It appears the state of Oregon's experiment, the decriminalizing of some dangerous drugs, is becoming a disaster. Fentanyl deaths are up more than 20%, and drug-related violent crime is soaring. Dan Springer is in Seattle with the story.
The streets of Portland are an open-air drug market. People in crisis seem to be everywhere. Oregon voters thought it would be different. In 2020, they overwhelmingly passed the first state law decriminalizing possession of small amounts of all hard drugs. Meth, heroin, even fentanyl. The idea was treatment, not jail time. But 15 months into the experiment, drug overdose deaths in Oregon hit an all-time high last year at 1,074. Portland set a record for murders, many tied to drug turf wars, and just 116 people have even bothered to call the help hotline, with only 24 seeking services.
It is predictable, was predicted, and now unfortunately is coming to pass in front of our eyes. It is a tragedy, and it's a self-inflicted wound, I fear.
Law enforcement officers across the state rarely write drug possession tickets because most people fail to appear in court. But the law is keeping cops busier.
What we're absolutely seeing is that as drug possession has been decriminalized, property crimes have increased, and so too have some violent crimes.
Measure 110 shifted $300 million of cannabis tax revenue to fund services, but none of the money is going to expand treatment beds.
It was never designed to reduce our addiction rate, so it was never designed to deal with our addiction crisis. It was always meant to deal with the war on drugs.
The money is going toward harm reduction, things like needle exchange, peer counseling, supportive housing, and Narcan to revive a person who's overdosing.
I don't think that it's just about getting folks into treatment. What it's about is also meeting people and getting people out into the streets and doing outreach for folks and getting them the life-saving drugs. You can't save somebody if they overdose and die.
But even that has failed, as drug overdose deaths in Oregon soared 41% in the first year of decriminalization. That's 25% higher than the national death toll rose. In Seattle, Dan Springer, Fox News.
A new report is giving federal officials a better understanding of cars with self-driving technology. This after hundreds have been linked to accidents. Ashley Stromier has the breakdown, plus concerns automotive experts are raising.
Buckle up, it could be a bumpy ride. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration releasing new data, revealing vehicles with partial self-driving features were involved in roughly 400 crashes from July of last year through May 15th. A whopping 273 of those were Teslas.
I guess you could say I'm trusting it with my life.
Last June, federal officials ordered more than 100 vehicle manufacturers to begin reporting serious crashes within a day of their discovery, in an effort to learn more about how semi-autonomous cars were operating on the roads and monitor for any potential policy changes. Besides Tesla, Honda came in second place, reporting 90 crashes, with Subaru in third with 10. Some vehicle experts suggest companies could be creating a false sense of security for drivers expecting their vehicles to operate completely by themselves.
Tesla advertises its driver assist features as autopilot or full self-driving. They are not fully self-driving.
But many who embrace the technology say they see more room for error with people completely behind the wheel.
I trust the technology more than a lot of drivers, to be honest.
The NHTSA will use this data to examine possible trends in crashes to prevent future incidents. Officials say Tesla's numbers may seem high compared to other companies because their software allows them to get real-time crash stats. Ashley Strohmeyer, Fox News.